people are desperate and willing to do anything to get a headline that detracts from the fact that that man, that her husband, who has been denying his child for many years, is about to finally get that DNA result that everybody wants.
Because you took the DNA thing with the what you think was ancestry type shit. I think it was like somebody popped up on it, like, because you got different kids.
Better take a seat, girl, since this tea is really hot right now. Just when we believed that things couldn't get much messier, the man who claimed to be Jay-Z's hidden son showed up. Another woman just appeared out of nowhere and claimed to be Jay-Z's daughter and girl. In order to support her accusations, she is also requesting a DNA test. Now, the news sparked a frenzy on the internet. However, Jaguar Wright entered the conversation and revealed some previously unheard of information about the woman. Just as the Beehive was attempting to comprehend what was going on between Jay-Z and Beyoncé behind closed doors, that recently emerged as the daughter of Jay-Z. And yes, Jaguar's question about whether you all think Jay-Z could have had his first child at 42, given the kind of crazy lifestyle he led in the past, left everyone in disbelief. This is going to be a hot mess, you guys. So take a seat and let's dissect this. For more than 10 years, Jay-Z has been the focus of paternity drama. And it all began when he was called out for being his father by a man named Ree. His godmother now claims that Jay was willing to deal with it in private and even offered Ree a record deal to retain. Low-key. However, she claims that after his legal team investigated the specifics, things changed. His in-house attorney called me and they were very helpful, so we decided to settle this in private, she claimed. Even though Rymir needed to complete high school, they discussed his musical abilities and whether now would be a good time to sign him to his record label, so I said no. Suddenly, other solicitors became involved and their perspective shifted entirely. Given that Wanda was supposedly underage, I believe they understood that Sean had more at risk. Ryer now claims that this was more than simply a battle with Jay-Z. It was a fight against an unjust legal system that, according to him, shielded Jay-Z. He also asserted that Jay-Z bribed attorneys to undermine the case, resulting in significant obstacles and delays. This is where it becomes even more tragic, though. Tragically, Rymer's mother died while he was still standing out for the truth. She passed away in one of the most horrifying ways imaginable, according to Jaguar Wright. Pay attention to what she said.
The mother wasn't alive, so that's what they said his entire life while she was alive. Denying him makes her a liar. That woman was on the phone with the judge who was harassing her, telling her, demanding that she stop filing for paternity when she gave way and died. His mama died on the phone. Trying to get proper acknowledgement for her. Your mama died like that.
The court ordered Jay-Z to reply to the file and submit to a DNA test, which would end the matter, but Ramir later reopened his lawsuit and was successful this time, because Jay-Z could have just taken the test rather than shelling out hundreds of thousands of dollars for legal fees. Fans now assumed that he was his father. Additionally, it was revealed a few days following the court's decision that Jay-Z and Beyoncé had taken out 2 sizable mortgages on their Bel Air residence. As stated by, according to statistics found online, they have a $57.75 million mortgage on their bare house. With this, they have borrowed a total of $110 million on the property. Instead of taking the DNA test, there were now rumors that Jay-Z and Beyoncé needed the money to leave the country because if the results were good, he may face a RICO prosecution. Additionally, although the Carters' mortgage on their property was still a topic of discussion, someone else publicly claimed that Jay-Z was her father. And it made the internet go crazy. Letitia Mayer is now the woman making these fresh allegations. She claims that her relatives told her as a child that Jay-Z was her father. Based in Maryland, she claims that her mom used to know Jay-Z through her aunt. Furthermore, Letitia isn't questioning it. She claims to be positive that Jay-Z is her father. "I've been quiet for far too long," she posted on Instagram. Come along with me as I share my experience of being the daughter of Jay-Z in a city where everyone assumed he was my father, living in the shadows. How I witnessed my mother's struggles with multiple sclerosis as a child. Despite my fun mom's constant bed rest, I managed to keep my composure while parenting for children, including a set of twins while working 2 jobs at the hospital and prison and attending school full-time. Additionally, she claimed to have taken an ancestry test that established Jay-Z as the father. The first fact is that it was recently verified with 99.9% accuracy using Ancestry DNA, she stated. Since I said fact number 1, I'm not coming forward with fact number 2. The third fact. As a child, his mother made an effort to connect. With him, support for celebrities is not the same as it is for your baby daddy. The fourth fact is that lawyers made fun of me. The fifth fact is that, except for their age, deadbeat dads are okay. The sixth fact is that I considered this every day of my life. Now that 28 years have passed, it's time to share my tale. How long ought I to have allowed it to continue without a public declaration? The story was verified by Letitia's aunt, who says she introduced Jay-Z to Letitia's mother. I know the story. From start to finish, she wrote in a Facebook post. Years ago, I connected up your father and mother. When I lived on the 500 side of Greenwood Avenue, Jay asked me who she was. We spent a lot of time relaxing in that flat, smoked, drank, and joked. Regarding these accusations, Macer's aunt wrote, played cards, and some more. I remember when Lisa came to, she added, my home is in Cambridge, Maryland, on Bradley Avenue. Lisa and I tried to get in touch with Jay to let him know about Tesha, so we contacted Rockefeller. Do you know how many women call here every day and say Jay-Z is their baby daddy? Was the man's precise statement. My hand was added to God by her. Thus, what is done in secret will eventually be revealed, as Gloria Jean Turner once said. These are the times. It has been alleged that, Chilly Jay-Z is the father of 2 secret children. That's crazy now? And there was a complete meltdown on the internet. But the Beehive took it the hardest, you know? Imagine being Beyoncé and learning that your spouse may have 2 children outside of your marriage. That's not just a mess. If Jay-Z truly acknowledges that he is the father of one of these purported children, the situation becomes even more complicated. According to reports, it might pave the way for a RICO lawsuit. Yes, this goes beyond simple family turmoil. There could be severe legal repercussions. Not to mention that Jay-Z has previously been charged with cheating on Beyoncé on several occasions during their marriage. Everyone is aware of the notorious, according to rumors, Jay stepped out on Bey, which led to a lift incident with Sanger Moores in his 444 album. He even acknowledged infidelity and said he wasn't sure how to explain his behavior to his daughter when she grew up. However, Jaguar Wright entered the fray and set the entire area on fire, just as the Beehive was attempting to piece together all of this drama. Jaguar, who has been criticizing Jay-Z for years, revealed even more startling information on the supposed daughter of Jay-Z coming forward. Let's just say that everyone was talking about what she disclosed. Jaguar Wright stated that many in Maryland have long been aware that Alicia Mayer is Jay-Z's daughter, according to insiders. According to her, Jay-Z, Rockefeller, and Letitia's mother allegedly made a deal behind closed doors. DJ's career was apparently only getting started at the time, so having a child was the last thing he wanted. He was concentrating on his music and reputation. Jaguar continued by claiming that there was a purported agreement with Rockefeller that they would review the matter and obtain a DNA test to verify everything when Jay-Z's fame took off. However, she claims that never occurred. The insider claims that when Jaguar Wright asked a daring question, everyone was stunned speechless. You guys genuinely think Jay-Z gave birth to his first child at 42? She made the observation that, based on the kind of crazy life he led in the past, it is difficult to imagine that he had no children prior to Blue Ivy, given that he boasted in his lyrics about selling nose candy and getting needed in the streets while hooking up with numerous women. Jaguar continued after that. In the future, she said, more people will come forward with what she believes to be genuine claims to be Jay-Z's offspring. She also claims that the results of the DNA tests would be positive. The key question now is, what will Beyoncé do with all of this? Stay with Jay-Z through the storm or leave him at last. Let's be honest for a moment. Given his background on the streets, where nothing was assured, Jay-Z's decision to have his first child at 42 always seemed a little strange. And this whole thing is really eye-opening. Everyone, as we wait to see how Beyoncé responds to all of this, all we can say at this moment is that the coming days are going to be really intriguing. Will she say something? Will she say nothing? In any case, the internet is observing and anticipating responses. It must be difficult for Beyoncé to accept, but Jay-Z did have a life before her. People commented when Jaguar Wright revealed the truth about Jay-Z's other daughter. If his children are indeed his, he must acknowledge them. She had better go see his son right away and take a test to demonstrate their sibling status and share it with the world in order to keep them safe. In order for their fan base to express their opinions, Beyoncé and Jay should be truthful. Jay has been around, which isn't a huge problem, but you really need to tell these kids whether you are the father or not. Do you believe Jay-Z is her biological father, or do you think he would be better off taking a DNA test and ending the controversy? Tell me what you comment with your thoughts. Then take a look at this next.